Thank you for watching the Sewing Doctor in New York. This time I have a Bernina 630 machine that came in. This machine, it's not changing the stitch length. It stays in the same spot. Every time you move it here, the stitch length doesn't move. I'm gonna go inside and see what's happening. It's not making the stitch length changing. It's not working. It's completely down. It stays on the same spot. Let me go inside, check it out, and see what's happening. This machine came in with a, something that it's not rare, but you don't see it every day either. And it's that this machine, you see, you have two buttons here. One of them is to do the zigzag, to open up the zigzag. The second one is to change the stitch length with this button, and this one will change the zigzag on it. So the button everything seems to be fine. It's working okay. But if you look at here in the back, I'm going to show you so you could see. You see this one here has a long pin. This one has, the pin is broken there. So even though the button is good on that side, that long pin that you see here, that this one is good and this one is broken, what happens is it gets into right over here into the stitch zigzag and a stitch length. So that one is broken inside. This little pin is broken, and when you make the turn, you're actually making the turn in the outside of the machine, but the actually inside of the machine where the pins connect to, it's not working. So that's why the machine is not doing, a stitch length is not changing. So I'm gonna go inside now, change that new button. I have the button in stock. I'm gonna replace this one here that is broken with a new one. And once I put it in, this pin that goes into the circuit board will change the stitch length. Let me put it back together. I will show you everything once it's finished. Okay, here's the button. You see, this one is broken, this one is not. So this pin goes into the circuit board, and when you change it, that's what makes the stitch length go big or small. But it got broken. It works on the outside okay, but when you put it inside, this is not going into the circuit board, and that's why it is breaking, okay? I'm gonna replace it now. Once I put it back in there, everything should be 100%. It's the machine that has that broken pin right here. See here now, I have replaced this broken pin here. I'm gonna change it already. Now I'm gonna wait for the machine to dry a little bit and put it back together. This machine, it's an old machine, and the cover doesn't look that great, so I'm gonna let it sit a little while there, make sure everything is up and running correctly, 100%. Once I put everything back together, the machine should be running 100%. Okay, here's the machine now. I already replaced that broken pin right here. As you can see, this is the pin that was broken. It's supposed to have a pin that penetrates into the actually board, and that's what makes the stitch length and the stitch zigzag changes. As you can see now, the machine's working on a long zigzag. Now, if I turn this button in, you're gonna see that the stitch length gets close together. So the zigzag is actually gonna change us now. Tiny zigzag right now. As you can see now, the stitch length has changed. And if I change this one here, what I'm doing, I'm making the zigzag wider. It's perfectly working fine. 630 Bernina, and it's actually finished now. I already changed on it that button that was broken, and everything is perfectly fine. Thank you for watching the Sewing Doctor in New York. Bye-bye.